See, the voice don't work if we ain't chatting big money. You can never say I cheap talk, I speak big money. Drop it.
Never say I cheap talk, I speak big money. Speak.
What's going on, boxing fans? This is Kenneth with SBM Boxing. I'm here to speak about episode 3 between Timothy Bradley and Manny Pacquiao. Like last week, this episode pretty much dragged. There was a lot of stuff going on as far as Freddie Roach, and honestly, I can care less about him throwing the first pitch. I'm actually glad to see that he actually stepped up to the plate and was able to say, hey, Manny Pacquiao, you called the shot. This is all about Manny Pacquiao and how he feels. Manny Pacquiao wants a reason to continue to train him because that's who he feels comfortable with and that's who he likes. And it's all about the boxer, you know. And I'm also glad and excited that Freddie Roach actually came out his show and he said, hey, I won't be nothing without Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao's made me who I am. You know, Freddie Roach is a hell of a trainer, but honestly, he's nothing without Manny Pacquiao. He's a great trainer, but as far as his fame wouldn't be as big and as I'm choosing my words carefully because I know there's a lot of sensitive people out there as far as when I speak about Freddie Roach, but you know, you understand what I'm saying. It's just Manny Pacquiao put him over the top as far as being one of the greatest trainers out there. I actually think there's better trainers out there, but hey, that's my opinion. As far as the episode 24/7, it's a lot more towards Timothy Bradley, a lot of training and a lot of more activity going on for his side. Hey, I'm a boxing fan. I want to see more about Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao's the star. That's the person who I pay to see. So I would love to see HBO cover him a little bit more. Timothy Bradley, like I said, HBO 24/7 is doing a hell of a job for everyone. I think they're just selling the fact that Timothy Bradley actually has a chance. You know, he's studying films. They're actually showing Timothy Bradley as far as actually studying Manny Pacquiao. I know he was training. He was actually in the reporters. He was saying, hey, you guys need to do your homework when we talk about Manny Pacquiao. He knew Manny Pacquiao's shoe size. He knew why Manny Pacquiao's dad was mad at him. He knew everything about Manny Pacquiao. The thing that he really needs to know is Manny Pacquiao's going to kick your ass, man. That's what you really need to know, honestly. But hey, that's my opinion. A lot of people still asking me about my fight predictions. Like my last videos, I think Timothy Bradley's a hell of a fighter, but he just doesn't have what it takes to beat Manny Pacquiao. I know a lot in my first video when I was discussing about Bradley and Timothy Bradley versus Manny Pacquiao, and I basically stated, hey, it's really up to Timothy Bradley. Hey, if he's going to brawl with Manny Pacquiao, if he's going to box with Manny Pacquiao, that's how my fight prediction is going to go. But it seems like Timothy Bradley is going to definitely bring it to Manny Pacquiao. He's not going to try to outbox him. He's not going to let it go, try to let it go to distance. I think Bradley's going to bring it. He's going to try to rough him up. He's going to bring the fight to him. He's just going to try to overpower him, and he's going to try to knock out Manny Pacquiao. He's going to do the impossible. I'm glad to see Freddie Roach. I've seen a little glimpse as far as their approach, and Freddie Roach is ready. He knows Timothy Bradley's going to be the aggressor, and he's going to try to rough Pacquiao. So Pacquiao, you know, every time he comes with the head, he tries to smother you. Timothy Bradley has a tendency to throw in that over the top right hand that he's very effective with. But you know, Freddie Roach is always, it comes with the master game plan as far as facing his opponents. And that's who I think is going to win. It was cool, but I'm still disappointed as far as the whole episode as a whole. But you know, the more and more we watch 24/7, there's only so much that they can capture without having to repeat itself, especially when you're Manny Pacquiao's been on there several times. So it's not so much 24/7's fault, but I wish they would keep it a little bit more towards Manny Pacquiao's side, seeing how he's preparing himself, training himself, and stuff like that. I'm getting a lot of emails as far as who do I think, Manny Pacquiao and Mayweather. It's a 50-50 coin toss, and I know there's a lot of Mayweather fans and a lot of Pacquiao fans, and whichever fighter I choose between the two, I'm going to upset a group of people. But just keep in mind, from a boxing fan, hey, I'm entitled to my own opinion. As of right now, I love Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao's a beast, and a lot of people think I'm more towards the Manny Pacquiao side. But hey, my opinion and my feedback and the way I feel when it comes to professional sports and at this caliber, you're just as good as your last game. You're just as good as your last patch. Your last at bat if you're a baseball player. Just as good as the last pitch. You're just as good as your last shot when it comes to basketball. Hey, you're just as good as your last fight when it comes to boxing. I'm more impressed on the Mayweather side as far as his last fight. I know a lot of people think that Cotto exposed Mayweather, but actually, and seen it, they took it on the negative side as far as Mayweather having possible chances as far as meeting Manny Pacquiao. I took it on there's so many different factors that came into play that a lot of people are not taking into consideration. At the 154, it's a huge difference between 146 and 147. Fighting a fighter that's coming off victories, and as far as confidence, if you haven't played any kind of sport, you can't really relate to that, and it's huge, and it takes a huge factor as far as how you perform game day or fight night. So for Mayweather to put on the performance that he did, and to put on the performance that he did against Victor Ortiz, hands down, I'm impressed. He was put to the test, and allows a lot of speculations as far as his chin. And you know what? He showed to me, and he showed to a lot of boxing fans, he can take a punch. He can definitely take a punch. There's a lot of boxing fans that are Pacquiao, and they just hate Mayweather because they just don't like him. They don't like the fact that he's arrogant. He has a lot of money. He's young, and he's not afraid to talk about it. But I'm not even listening to all that stuff. But, I'm just looking at the fighter for what he is, and he's definitely proved to a lot of boxing fans, a lot of people that were doubting him as far as his chin. He can take some punches. He took some from Sugar Shane Mosley, he took some from Ortiz, and he took some from not from Manny Pacquiao, but from Miguel Cotto. Now, Pacquiao's last fight, I wasn't too impressed. I wasn't that impressed as far as Marquez. Yes, I know there was a lot of people saying, hey, Marquez was robbed. I'm not against that decision whatsoever. I think Manny Pacquiao was the more active fighter. That's why he came out victorious, and that's why he came out with the victory. If Marquez was a little bit more active, hey, Marquez would have came out with the victory. Yes, Marquez was controlling the fight. Honestly, he controlled the fight. Manny Pacquiao was active, and he was just throwing a lot of sloppy punches. But, hey, Marquez landed the cleaner shots, and he controlled the fights. But, hey, I'm not the judge, so it just really depends on what the judge are looking at. Marquez landed the more flusher, clean shots, and he controlled the fight. So if I was actually on the start cards, I would have made it a draw, if anything. Just because I wouldn't have gave Marquez the fight, because you just can't take a fighter like Manny Pacquiao and say, hey, you beat Manny Pacquiao. If you're gonna beat Manny Pacquiao or a champion like that, you gotta beat him. You gotta be aggressive. So, I would have made it a draw just to keep it that way. His fight against Sugar Shane Mosley, it was a great fight. Yeah, he knocked Sugar Shane Mosley out. Yes, he won the fight, but did he dominate like Canelo Alvarez did? Canelo Alvarez dominated Sugar Shane Mosley, hands down. Completely dominated Sugar Shane Mosley. Mayweather got hit with a clean shot, but hey, it's boxing. You're gonna, ask Lennox Lewis. Lennox Lewis got hit with a clean shot, got knocked out, but he ended up kicking the guy's ass his next fight. So when it comes to boxing, you just never know. A clean shot's bound to land, and you just never know when it comes to boxing. But Mayweather completely dominated Sugar Shane Mosley. So Pacquiao did come out with the victories, but as of right now, because timing's everything. As of right now, if Manny Pacquiao fights Mayweather, I know Mayweather's in jail, but hey, I'm saying a week ago, 2 weeks ago, whatever, a month ago, I would definitely say Mayweather. Mayweather has to fight. Why do I think Mayweather has to fight? It's like I said, it's a 50-50 coin toss. These guys are top-notch, top-ranked fighters, but I would think Mayweather would pick them apart. As far as controlling the ring, Mayweather would, he would definitely control. I don't see Manny Pacquiao overpowering Mayweather. Manny Pacquiao throws a lot of punches, and he has a lot of his punch count is definitely on the up and up. But when it comes to getting countered and if a boxer's not standing in front of him, I don't see Manny Pacquiao throwing that many punches. Punch count's definitely going to decline. Manny Pacquiao and Mayweather is going to be a boxing fight. You know, it's going to be a boxing duel, and it's going to be boxing skills. When it comes to boxing skills, what I mean is the fight's going to be brought to the center of the ring. You know, Mayweather actually he's going to overpower Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao tries to come inside. I don't see Pacquiao pushing him to the ropes. I don't see that happening whatsoever. I see the fight between Manny Pacquiao and Mayweather in the center of the ring, and it just comes down to who do you think is the better boxer. And to my eyes, Mayweather, he's just a better boxer. He's better at counterpuncher. He's definitely, I know a lot of people are just like, hey, offense is everything. But just in any sport in general, when it comes to defense, defense beats great offense all day, every day. I'll put my money on defense. Manny Pacquiao's defense is questionable. His offense is great, but his offense is great when you're standing flush in front of him. But he's still a hell of a fighter. You know, I would love to see that fight. But my personal opinion, I actually think Mayweather come out with the win. Next controversial topic, Gamboa. A lot of people saying Euclid Gamboa is a punk, and he's scared of Donaire or Donar, however you want to pronounce it, Filipino champ. What are you talking about? Gamboa is a beast. He will completely dominate if Donar or Donaire actually goes up in weight class. This guy's a beast. Salido got dominated by Juanma. I'm sorry, not by Juanma. He got dominated by Gamboa. Juanma was running. Bob Arum's Don King. He's just ruining boxing. He's a great businessman, and I know he's trying to keep everything within and keeps the champs within. But he's just pissing me off as a boxing fan. I want to see the best of the best, put the best of the best fight. The same thing with Gamboa. Give this guy a title fight. Don't give him a title fight. He has to move up in 2 weight classes to fight Rios, who can't even make weight. And a lot of Rios fans out there, I'm sorry, if he goes up in weight, he's going to get exposed. He's going to get exposed for what he is. And honestly, he lost that last fight. I don't even care what you guys have to say. Honestly, I would appreciate you guys come up with a comment. That's cool. But he lost his last fight. You cannot. I don't care how much you love Rios. If you watched that fight, anyone who watched that fight and thought Rios won that fight, I don't know. I'll just leave that as it is. But Gamboa, oh, he's scared of Rios. He's scared. Hey, Gamboa had to move up in 2 weight classes. This guy dominates. No one wants to fight Gamboa. Gamboa is one of the most complete boxers out there. He's fast. He has power punch. He has a hell of a defense. And this guy has his agility and his footwork is just sick, you know. If he fights Salido, he's going to dominate Salido again. There's no reason why this guy, you know, he's in a lose-lose situation. It's just sad to see boxing fans just, you know, to put his name to shame, saying that Gamboa is a punk, Gamboa sucks. It's just like, dude, what are you guys talking about? Like, it's just, it's ignorance out there. But anyways, that's a whole different topic. But as far as the episode 3 between Bradley and Timothy Bradley and Manny Pacquiao, I just can't wait to see the fight. My fight predictions, Manny Pacquiao, still. You know, Manny Pacquiao is going to win. And guys, just let me know what you guys think. This is Kenneth with SBM Boxing. Have a great day.
See, the voice don't work if we ain't chatting big money. You can never say I cheap talk, I speak big money.
Never say I cheap talk, I speak big money.